everyone?
There's plenty of litigation going on, Jeffrey, all the time. You know, there's always more disputes to
Protecting
resolve.
estates.
Protecting estates, standing up for people who various malefactors have defrauded and so forth. We have a, you know, and we're always, I've told you guys before, we're always representing the good guys. So
Always.
yeah, if you want to know where right lies in any litigation, just see which side we're on. You know?
No wonder he comes in here every time wearing that Lone Ranger outfit. I thought
That's
he was a funny-looking guy.
Somebody's got to stand up for the little guy, right? That's what we do.
Joel, what's going on? What's on your mind today?
Well, I have a real interesting. You know, I like sort of the intersection of law and business, and there's a great story now that relates to an acquisition, which I know a lot of people in your audience have either had one or they hope to have one someday. There's a company out of Woburn by the name of Skyworks. They're a sort of a chip maker in the telecom field, and they announced an acquisition last May of something called Advanced Analogic, which is out of California. They do similar kind of stuff, semiconductor area, I think in the power management area. And of course, like we start out talking about, nobody likes litigation, right? Everybody's afraid of litigation. So as you guys will know, a lot of times in these agreements you put in an arbitration provision.
Right.
People think it's, you know, better, more discreet. And a lot of times also you say it'll be confidential, so you're not airing your dirty laundry in public. So these guys...
That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Kane.
Well, see, now he's exactly what you don't want to be airing your dirty laundry in public. It never works. Never looks good. Anyway, Skyworks, I guess, whether they got buyer's remorse or what happened, they don't want to go through with the deal. And so, but that deal had one of these confidential arbitration provisions in it. So now they don't want to do the deal anymore, and so it's being arbitrated down in Delaware, but you're not allowed to talk about it. So the acquisition was going to be done with stock, like these things are done a lot. So the Skyworks had done a registration statement to register the stock they were going to use for the purchase. Well, so they filed something last week that said, we're very nervous about the financials of this target company. We're going to withdraw that registration statement. The markets have gone kind of into a panic over it because because of the confidentiality, they can't say what it is. So nobody knows what the problem is or how serious it is. The target company stock is really getting beat up. And the interesting speculation is that in Delaware, which is the law governing most of these companies, their policy down there is if you sign up to buy a company, you should buy the company. And they really interpret very strictly the kind of contractual outs that people have, material adverse change outs, things like that, are very strictly construed in Delaware. And so the speculation is they don't really have that great a case on getting out on that basis. So instead, they're taking this other strategy, which is to sort of create some negativity in the market around the target company, get their stock to get beat up. And I think what their goal is to kind of get the company back to the table and maybe renegotiate the price or something like that. And so, to me, it's such an interesting situation where the things the lawyers do to protect everybody and the clients want, let's do it in an arbitration way, let's keep it confidential, is kind of blowing up in everybody's face. It's like the law of unintended consequences, right? The very confidentiality is the thing that makes it impossible for the company that's being, where the concerns are, to come out and say, no, you know, I mean, they're denying it, but the particulars are not really on the table.